What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Uncle Scams. It's a beautiful new day here in the neighborhood, and we have a plan. So I was looking at the future upgrades we can work towards. There's still quite a bit, dude. We can get mechanical workshop level 3 once we get there eventually. We can get car wash level 3, which we have unlocked. We just don't have enough money. That's what we're going to be working on right now. We can get body shop level 4, and there's an office level 4. So there's still quite a bit to go here, but again, this is going to be our focus right now. We want to get car wash level 3. We're going to get an additional workstation as well as the ability to hire a worker. So here's the deal. I have been thinking about this quite a bit. I want to try something new. In the last episode, we unlocked the new body shop where we've got the lift and we can upgrade the parts and change all the parts and everything else. We learned that that doesn't really make you any more money. In fact, it kind of costs you money. Unless you're really gaming the parts thing that takes a while, and honestly, it's just not really worth it in the grand scheme of things. We can run it a little bit, but basically, it gets you more XP. You get, I think it was like close to 200 XP for a fully modified car that we probably spent 40 minutes on fixing everything and buying new parts and whatever else. Or you get 75 XP for a car that's been washed and bodywork taken care of. Sometimes it's about working smarter and not harder. So I think what we're going to try to do is start just increasing the outflow. I don't think we're gonna fix things unless they're in really, really poor condition until we can hire an employee for that. But I feel like if we could just start churning and burning and getting the numbers flowing through here, that's what we're gonna be going for. So I'm gonna try to buy something that's pretty expensive here. Let's just start with that because we wanna get, we wanna make enough money for this car wash. That's gonna be the next big thing. So I'm gonna say 24,000, 27,000 miles on that. I don't really know why some of these are so expensive and so inexpensive. We don't want treated and drivable. We want something that's not great. Poor condition here. This is what I'm talking about. A Phantom Thunder. We haven't seen this thing yet. Let's schedule a meeting on this. We got a new type of muscle car we haven't seen before. I do like that, you know, we've been leveling up and moving forward in life. We're getting new things that we could take a look at. Excited to see what this thing brings. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be a quantity, not quality kind of thing, which typically in life you want to go the other way. But if we're just looking to get XP, make as much money as possible, I mean, technically we get more XP by fixing it up, but I think that we could flip 3 cars in the time that it took us to perfectly fix one. So at least for the time being, while we can't hire anybody for it, I kind of feel like this might be the play. So back here at the motel where everything began, look at this thing. Let's go ahead and kick the tires a bit, grab our little car scanner, see what we've got going on. So she does have some pretty rough parts, brakes and things. See, like the little things we could change, but if it were at 62%, it's just not worth it. Not polished, not washed. We've got some poor condition on the bodywork. So this is good. What was that? Hold on. The market value is 16,744. So we're gonna want to try to get some money off this thing. 16,744. He's starting at 12,650. I'm gonna say let's start at like 9,400. What do you think about that? 11,829. All right, what about 10-2, bro? 11,481, 10-8 final offer, 11,463. Okay, he's driving a hard bargain, but that's fine. Look at this thing, baby. Okay, yeah, she definitely needs a bit of a wash and a couple of small things here, but we're gonna be all right. This is really sweet. Look at that stick shift. Woo, the red interior with the red exterior. This thing is actually really nice. And actually, you know what? I was trying to, he's not even gonna be at the office today because I think it's already past closing time. Let's just try to get a bunch of cars purchased and let's try to fill out this lot. Let's try to get a lot of vehicles on the lot and then we can worry about doing the upgrade later. So I mean, we don't even have to go for the really expensive stuff. We're just looking for stuff that we can add a lot on the visual. Oh, there's not drivable options now. Wait, that's huge. Oh my goodness. Okay, I didn't even notice that we had that. So that does kind of change things a little bit for us here. This thing is 78,600. Why? I mean, we've got a 2001 P4 for 12,950. I feel like this, in its poor visual condition, this is going to be a big dog. We're going to make a lot of money on that. Let's go see what's up with that. And it's not drivable, so we're going to have to bring our trailer. Okay. See, now this is making more sense. I don't want to completely give up fixing things, but I just feel, oh, we're going to find this over in the junkyard, aren't we? I feel like it's just not worth our time at this current point. I think we could, once we can upgrade to that next shop, when we can hire somebody to work on that stuff, then we could go out, we could get undrivable cars, have them work on that stuff, excuse me, and we could you know, kind of have a second part of this business. But really, especially in the used car world, I think you kind of put a couple of band-aids on and you try to get that stuff out the door. I don't think we're a body shop. I think we're a used car dealership. Oh, this thing is way out yonder. All right, so I mean, I kind of want to see if we can start her. Oh, she's rolling backwards. Okay, that's not good. I wasn't paying attention to my trailer because I was watching the van. Hold on. You got to turn it the opposite direction of what you think you want. Hold on. Dude, reversing in this game is a nightmare. It gets like extra fast in reverse for some reason. I have no clue why. There you go. Back it up there, back it up there, back it up there, back it up there, back it up there. That's going to be close enough because I do want to try turning it on. How we doing, bro? All right, so first of all, let me take a look at this thing. Let's see what we got going on the car scanner. Market value of $13.54. We don't have a shock absorber. I mean, that's why it's going to be undrivable. Also, brake disc in the left rear could use a little bit of work and stuff. Okay, so let's see what we've got going on here. 12,950. I'm going to come in at like 9,200, 10,775, 9,800, 10,810, 9,950, 9,979 sounds good. Okay, so if we get in this, it's not drivable. This might be where we can make the most of our money here, baby. So let's back this thing up, put our things down. There we go. Okay, we are going to tow this all the way back to the lab. You hanging on back there? Oh, okay, don't get too topsy-turvy on me. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Yep, we should probably, instead of, you know, there's no like quick look back. You gotta like turn the whole thing and turn back, so that's why we got some trouble there, but it's gonna be all right. Like I said, we are not in the fix-it-up business. We are just in the get it out the door, polish the turd, hope that somebody buys it. Oh, we're fishtailing this. Hello! We're good. Coming in like a wrecking ball. We're going to be all right. Oh, we're on the E on our gas tank, are we? That's not good. Now, the thing here is we all... the light post on the way in. Oh, goodness. We're going to have to tow this thing all the way in here to get it operational. I'm really hoping we have that extra part. If we pull this guy in, there you go. Drop it off. Perfect. Okay. And we could bring this guy over here, and we are going to have to get some gas the next time we take this thing out if we forget. That's going to be very frustrating, but it's okay. All right, so let's hope we've got, let's get our little skinny out. This changes the game, dude. I really do like that you can get non-working vehicles. This is the first time we've seen that. So we need a shock absorber on the left front, huh? I wonder. She's leaning there. Okay, so we're going to want to get her up on the lift. She's good. Okay. Do we happen to have a shock absorber over here is the question. Left front, rear, front. Beautiful. I'm going to take all of this stuff. Let's start putting a lot of this stuff into storage. Take everything out. We're going to put everything back into storage. Now, I can't remember. Do we have access to this in the, what's it called? Do we have access to the storage if we're just in here? So let me drop down, repair. Left front's going to be up here by the engine. So we're going to go ahead and assemble. Do we have access to our, what's it called? We do. Oh, we've got plenty of things. Okay, beautiful. So we're just going to hit these screws. And then technically this thing is going to be drivable. So we can exit out of that. Now, at this point, if we bring this thing down, I'm going to get our car scanner out because there's probably a couple things we could change, like this left rear and the suspension pin on the left front. We can do both of those. And then all this stuff we can fix. But now technically this thing is drivable. Okay, beautiful. But let's get those two things for sure. And then we could take those parts off. We could put it in the repair machine. So we're going to do little things. I'm not going to go up to 100% every single time, but we can. So let me just double check really quick. Shoot. So it's going to be the brake disc on the left rear and the suspension pin on the left front. So we're looking at the left side of the car. Left front suspension pin is going to be right here. We are in removal mode, so we'll take this thing out really quick. And then we can go into addition, and we should have some extra ones in our inventory. So we can just go ahead and throw stuff on like this. Beautiful. Okay, so that one's done there. And then we had the left rear wheel, so we're going to go into removal and we're going to replace this guy. We might as well do both the caliper and the disc, then we can just go ahead and add back. I mean, these are so easy and quick, and we've already got most of it off. It was at 69%, so we didn't really need it, but if we're already going to be throwing stuff in the parts renovator anyway, it might as well be worth it. And I didn't do the star pattern on that, but that's fine. Okay, so she's all good to go there. We added some value to it. We're going to get her set up in line, ready to go. We're going to throw these extra parts on this guy. Go ahead and put them in there. Do we want to? I guess we can start that. It should be nice and quick, right? 6 minutes for those 3 parts. I guess they were pretty out of shape. We could have got out and bought something else, but I think if we sell these 2, we're going to be in good shape. So I'm going to wait. Let's back this up. What we're going to do is we're going to go to sleep. We're going to wake up. We're going to clean this thing while he fixes the rust, while our employee fixes the rust, and then we can swap them out. And we should be able to buy our next upgrade if we complete all of that. So let's just go ahead and go to sleep. And we've got a pretty exciting day tomorrow. Where is he? I see him. What up, bro? So let's grab this. We are going to get to work here, apply some foam all over this thing. I think washing is probably the easiest way to go about doing things. Although if we do get the upgrade to the car wash after we sell these 2, we're not even gonna have to do that anymore. I mean, the cool thing is I think it extends the bays, so you'll have 2 bays so that we can, if we want to do it, we can. Like we could have 1 car being washed by the AI and then also do 1 by ourselves at the same time, which is obviously going to be very efficient. Make sure we get the top here. Can't forget about the roof. There we go. All right, so we've got the foam. Now we're going to be switching to water. Then we can wax it. Then we can polish it. And we can call her a day. I do feel a sense of pride with this one here because we took this from just rotting on the side of the road, and now she's going to be able to get back and be a contributing member of society. So it's nice to actually be offering a little bit of value rather than just squeezing every penny out of our customers that we possibly can. What time does he show up for work, dude? Holy cow. It's 7:52. Maybe it's 8 a.m. I just feel like he takes a really long time. I know he hasn't been paid, so he's probably a little upset about that, but we'll pay him, no worries. It's 8:01. Let's check on him here. 8:01. He just spawns in. All right, $255. No problem, bro. You get to work on this. On that rusty pile, he's going to be 1 minute and 5 seconds. Shoot. Okay, that's going to be way faster than what we can do here. Oh, no, we don't want that. What are you doing? This already had the wax on there. Or the whatever on there. The foam. We're going to get this guy waxed up here. Never forget the roof. That should be... There we go. And then we can go with the polish. And then as soon as this is done, we're going to move this over into that bay next door so he can work on the rust. And we can move that car over here. And we'll have a little assembly line going. But that's kind of what I'm working towards, is figuring out the quickest thing that we can do. We just need to keep an influx of cars coming in, be able to pass them off, and yeah, we'll be all good to go. Okay, so that thing is now running and she's cleaned up. She's obviously got a little bit of rust on there. So let's bring her over here and he should be just about done. Beautiful, look at that. We can move this guy forward. We can move this guy in. See, once we have a bunch of employees, this is gonna be really nice. Go ahead and work on that. Take the car now. Hold on. I think it needs to get out. Dude, that thing is sick. All right, here we go. Go ahead and get to work on that. Beautiful. That's going to be probably a little bit longer. 3 minutes and 55 seconds. Meanwhile, this is going to be shorter for us. It's a smaller footprint. So we could back this thing back into our car wash and we could get this thing cleaned up. This is for sure going to be the one that goes on the little spinny thing in the office. Make sure we get all up in here. Oh, she is beautiful, dude. I love this thing. And I'm curious, I mean, we could take a look at what we need to do for any sort of maintenance on her. I'll be honest, she might take longer than the van because the van is pretty much just like one big flat panel or 4 big flat panels. This thing, you got to like actually get down and get the crevices. Oh, that is just so beautiful, dude. That bright red is just so nice. Oh, I can't wait to wax you all over. I'm going to get in every single little nook and cranny you got. Make sure you are shining. Not going to be one hair, one streak out of place on this thing. Just give you that full Brazilian, baby. Did he beat me? Is he done? Nope, he's still going to work. Dude, we're gonna end it like the exact same time. All right, so this teamwork makes the dream work here, baby. And that like $100 a day, now that we're actually using him, that's gonna start making sense. I was thinking about firing him. So even though I didn't use him yesterday, you still have to pay for him. So you gotta be careful. If we're not gonna be using somebody for a while, we gotta make sure that we actually cut them off. Otherwise, we could get a very crazy bill going. So this thing's all good to go. Let's actually check it really quick on our scanner, see what we've got going on. I mean, we could do a brake disc and a shock absorber right rear. I'm gonna start saying anything in red. Obviously, we're not gonna mess with the engine yet. We don't have the ability for that. So right front brake disc, right rear shock absorber. Let's go ahead and get this thing up on the lift. And that way we're constantly putting parts into our parts refresher so that I already forgot what I had said. Dude, I hate, okay. Right front brake disc, right rear shock absorber. So let's go ahead and take this off, and then we'll take the brake disc off so I don't have to think about it. But yeah, we get XP for fixing parts. It's not really worth it, but if we're just doing a couple of things every now and then, I feel like that will end up making it worth it. So let's get this right front off, replace the disc, and then we can move everything around, throw new parts in that refresher, get these things up on the lot, and hopefully make a little bit of money. One final screw right here, and she is going to be all good to go. All right, beautiful. So go ahead and get that puppy down. We've got this thing complete as well. Thank you very much, sir. So really the thing is we need to make sure that we've got a constant influx. He should never stop working. We're paying him no matter what, so we need to make sure that we're keeping him on the job. You know what I mean? So let's get this guy nice and centered. You can kind of put him anywhere as long as it's green, but I like to have it centered. So that's there. That's beautiful. Might as well take the photos while we're at it. Get that there. Get this over here. I'm going to run these parts over here. What we're going to do is we're going to put all of those over. Let's bring these over. We can start this thing again, and then we could take these and send everything over to our storage. That's going to be 5 minutes. So we could just kind of keep that thing running. And that way we've got some XP coming from that, but it's not really our main focus. So now we can hop in this guy, and let's go ahead and get him right there. Perfect. All right, get our tablet out, get some photos of this beast. Let's make sure we get like a nice low angle. Oh, Dom would love this thing. They just announced the Fast and Furious Drift Ride at Universal Studios Hollywood. I didn't even know that was coming out, bro. It looks sick. Actually looks like a good coaster instead of the crappy one we've got here in Orlando. So let's go over here. We're going to get these guys posted up. Oh, shoot. You know what? Hold on. We almost forgot one thing. So we did most everything except for one of the most important. We've got to get this odometer Walmart rollback happening. Can we get a 10 on here? Probably not, but I'm going to try for it. Nope. Okay, that's unfortunate. That didn't help us at all. This thing, not gonna get a 10 on that either. Take 6,000 off, sounds good to me. Beautiful. Okay, so let's see what we're working with here for the car scanning perspective. We're up to a $19,000 market value after a $9,000 purchase price. And keep in mind, we were reusing old parts, so we didn't pay anything for the parts. And this is going from 11 to 20, so we're getting a nice pretty penny on these. Granted, again, those parts, they really... Replacing the parts does not add much to your what's it called? I'm going to say like 28,000. Let's see. I like to keep it in the green just because I want to keep stuff moving. I like keeping it in the real green. Okay, so we're going to go 24,399, 499, 599. Let's say 24.5. That sounds good to me. But yeah, replacing the parts, it doesn't really do all that much for you. So I kind of like just doing it though. You know what I mean? 28,999 maybe? Nope. 7, 6. 6,995 sounds good to me. Beautiful. Okay. Get those nice numbers that mentally make you want to spend a little bit of money. So we got, oh, let's throw that thing out here. How we doing? Let's go ahead and get that guy right there. That's what I'm talking about. All right, come one, come all. Let's get it done. Here we go. I'm looking to make some money. Look at you, bro, Mr. Man Bun. Oh, that's not really a man bun. Those are actually some pretty sick dreads. Dude, my neighbor, BT, he's the man. He has had dreads like his whole life. We've known him for like 10, 12 years at this point. He's always had dreads. And like a month ago, he cut them off. And what he did is he was running around. He had like a beanie on, and he kept the dreads in the back of the beanie. And then he'd walk up to you and he'd rip the beanie and the dreads off. And he's got like a fade now. And it's just like the reactions that he was getting out of people. It's like the best way that I could ever think of you know, surprising somebody with that. It was so funny. I wish he would like make a full video on that or something, but all right. Bro came in and looked at the red sports car and then came over here and was flabbergasted at the gray minivan. Come on, bro. You're better than this. Let's go buy this thing. Come on, baby. Let's see what we got going on. Look at this. You would look so sick in this Thunder. It's got 5 seats. Technically 4 seats. There's only 2 in the back, but you could have somebody ride that center console if you needed it. Nope, he's out of here. Okay. I'm just gonna sit here, and if anybody has any questions, I didn't know we could stand on this and just spin in circles, so we're just gonna wait until somebody offers something. Oh, perfect. How we doing? All right, let me check this thing again. Let me see our last report. Okay, so we paid 11.4 for it, market value of 21. Let's see what we've got going on from her. 17, let's say like 19.5, 18,104, 19.2. 18,476, 18,800, 18. Did she just go down? I couldn't tell. Okay, I'll take 18 for that, though. Beautiful. Anybody taking on this thing? Let's get this thing out the door, and then we can buy ourselves a brand new car wash. I'm very excited about it. Like I said, our goal is going to be to start increasing inventory and just trying to run through as many cars as possible. I do want to unlock the car wash upgrade, though, because I'm thinking what we'll do is rather than fixing a lot of things, we'll just go out, we'll buy a car, bring it back, throw it in the wash, let her start washing it, go out, buy another car, put it in the thing so that he can start taking care of the rust. Move those cars around, let them go to work, go buy another car, start building up the inventory, start, you know, just kind of getting an influx of cars coming in, kind of like almost like a car factory, you know what I mean? You just gotta keep that thing going. Deal on the agreed upon price. I'm gonna say, how about 24,700? It's not gonna let me do that. Okay, we got plenty of money, doesn't matter. 60K. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in here. Let's actually go take a look at our car wash before we change things up. So right now, this is our back building. We've got the car wash bay, we've got our body shop that we can hire somebody at, and we've got our paint booth. So this is all gonna change very quickly. Let's go see what we've got going on here. Dude, it would be my goal to have the entire 8 slots filled up on that parking lot. Okay, we don't want to buy anything. We're gonna go to upgrades, car wash, level 3, $40,000. Just gonna send it, baby. There she is. Okay, so let's go see what we've got going on back here now. Does that change any of... Oh, I actually don't think that's been changed at all. Okay, tile was a little... Oh, wait a second. We've got 2 bays now. I don't know if we're gonna be able to hire 2 workers or how that's gonna work. Is he still here? He's still here. We should go get another car before we mess with anything. Let's just try to do that before he leaves for the day. So let's go in cars. I'm gonna buy anything that we can buy. It just honestly doesn't matter that much, as long as we can afford it. Ideally, it's not super expensive and it's in not the best condition. Let's go for like this thing, poor condition. It is drivable. Let's schedule a meeting. Let's go get that done. It's 300 meters away. I'm just gonna run, it's fine. Sometimes I feel like we need to fill up gas and stuff. Let's just go get this and call it good. What we should do, honestly, like, it truly is, I think it's a numbers game because you get a minimum amount of XP for everyone you sell. So we should just be buying some of the cheapest cars that we can until we get a good enough bankroll to be able to afford buying some of the nicer stuff. Obviously, you make more on the nicer stuff, but let's see what we've got going on here. We can see what kind of parts we're working with and things like that. Ooh, those are going to be some easy one to fix. So that's pretty good. All right, market value of 14,280. What do you got for me, girl? 11,400. I'm going to say like 9,600. 98.16. I'll take it. I'm not even going to mess with you. That is... We're going to be able to make a lot on this bad boy. Got a little bit of a backfire situation happening. Might need to check what's going on with the exhaust. There's also some engine knocking that I can hear. That's all right. So we're going to pull this thing in here. Let's let him get to work. I say while he's here, and since we've already paid him for the day, let's just get it's not done. Get to work on that rusty pile. We got 1 minute and 5 seconds. I'm just gonna buy as many cars as we can, and then we'll kind of get started with the production line tomorrow. 2,650 bucks sounds good to me. It's not drivable. Shoot, I'm gonna schedule that meeting anyway. We're gonna have to take our thing. Gosh, that really kind of grinds my gears a little bit. We're gonna be fine. Is this one drivable? It's not drivable. Shoot. So a lot of these are so what we need to do is we need to start, I want stuff that's drivable so we can get it back here really quickly. We want to say poor and make it cheap. I want the junkers, 7,450. I'll schedule that as well. So we need, these guys are neighbors. We need to make sure we get both of these. Let's see what she's got for us. Ooh. All right. Price is $26.50 according to the ad. I'm gonna give you no more than 1970, girl. See what she thinks about that. 2167. All right, so how about 2050? 2011. All right, how about 2080? 2097. Sounds good to me. Is this the one? It's not drivable, so we're gonna have to come back and pick that up. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. I'm not gonna tell you that I've only got 8,400 in my pocket, which is already enough, but I'm gonna say let's do like 6,900, bro. 6,982, absolutely. All right. I wish there was a way for us to tow that somehow. Obviously, if we had our tow hitch with us, but that wouldn't work because we're only one man. I will say I'm assuming, and I think I saw a comment that if we get that the flatbed truck for 30K out at the junkyard, I'm assuming we're going to be able to tow the wheel thing behind it, and then we could, okay. We could pick up 2 cars at a time, and you could get either 2 non-drivable or 2 drivable or who knows what, but obviously that would really help when we're trying to expedite this process. Okay, so the rust takes the longest, so I'm going to keep this here for as long as we can. Let's get this over here. Go ahead and back that in there. Get that in the car wash. So we've got multiple vehicles all in a row, all getting ready to go, baby. This feels good. Let's make sure we get our money's worth out of him today. Get this truck in here. How you doing, bro? I think you need to wait for him. You've got to talk to him. Okay, get to work on that rusty pile. That's going to take 3 minutes. Then we're going to go take our car. We're going to get some gas. We're going to go pick up that junker. We can bring it back. And actually, we can be the third part of the process. So while somebody's washing a car and somebody's getting the rust off of a car, we can be fixing the non-drivable cars and just kind of get that rotation going and constantly have an influx of cars coming in. This is good. And bring this guy around here. Get ourselves some gas. Beautiful. Grab this, throw this in there. And let's go ahead and get everything that we possibly can. Autofill all the way up. Throw that back there. Close this thing up. Beautiful. All right, we are on our way. I don't even remember where that thing was. Will it show up on our map? Apex Motors Vanguard. That's got to be it. So it's down around to the left. There she is right there. Beautiful. All right. First time we've ever bought 3 cars like this all in a row. Let's see if we can back this thing up. So what I like to do, just a little pro tip for you guys, if you're ever backing a trailer up, you want to look in the mirror. You want to put your hand on the bottom side of the wheel, and then you turn it whichever direction you want it to go. I mean, there's a million different tips and like little tricks and stuff you can do, but if you have it on the bottom side and you turn it in the direction that you want to move the trailer, that's just how it works. So that's typically the easiest way for like picking up a boat or a jet ski or anything. Absolutely not an expert, but that works for me. So we're gonna bring this thing back around, and she's got to go straight into our lift so we can get her fixed up, and hopefully we're gonna have the parts for it. I think we've got quite a few parts. Go ahead and bring her through here, drop her off, and we can bring this thing back around. Dude, I feel like I am absolutely, like, actually working a job here. Like, I am all over the place. There's a million things and hats that I'm wearing right now, but we are getting it done. Okay, so he's working on that. He's at 18 seconds. Let's see if we can get this thing functional so we can get it in with him. So we're gonna lift this thing up. Let's see what we've got going on. I didn't even check what this thing was worth or anything. Okay, so we're missing an exhaust tailpipe. I'm really hoping we have one of those. Well, I guess it's gonna tell us if we just go under. Actually, there's no point in going over there. So we're gonna come in. Exhaust tailpipe is gonna go right there. We're gonna see if we can add it. Do we have one? We do. We've got 2 of them. So that is why it is a good thing to always keep a bunch of extra parts in our inventory. So we can now take this out, put this thing down. Let's grab this guy that's now gonna have to go to wash. Let's get this out of here, and then we can back that thing up. And I mean, we've got 1,400 bucks. I don't think that's gonna be enough to do anything, but if we had more money, we could go grab another one. Put this guy, oop, I thought I pressed exit. Put that guy in there, and then we could just back this thing up and get him back in our body shop. Dude, the reverse in this game just makes absolutely no sense. Working you hard today, bro. We are both getting it. All right, so let's go ahead and see that and get to work on that. Another 3 minutes. My goodness. I'm kind of tempted to hire the lady. It's like $100. Let's just do it. I was gonna wait until tomorrow. Well, she might not show up because it's 5 o'clock actually. Let's just wait till tomorrow. It's fine. We'll do at least one of these. We'll sell it, and then we could start buying more. So which one's worth more? I'm gonna finish that one up, and then we can kind of keep this going tomorrow. So this is worth 10,167. This one's gonna be worth more, 15,422. So this is the one that we're gonna work on. Should be just about done. Beautiful. Okay, so she is all good to go. I mean, we can adjust the odometer. We could put some parts on her, but I just don't even know that it's, like I said, I think it's, you just got to get things moving. Put it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so let's just get this thing up on the market, and then if we can secure some money, secure the bag to be able to hire another employee and get them in there as soon as possible tomorrow, that'll be ideal. You just get a bunch of cheaper cars and keep things rolling here. I almost did it again, bro. I feel like this is the most valuable thing that we do is roll back these odometers, which I do still feel pretty bad about, but it is, we got to be able to take 10 off an 80,000 car. Yes. Woo-hoo-hoo! Goodness gracious. Be careful here, Trevor. All right, we took a lot off of that. That is insane. 23,499 in the full green, bro. That is insane. So we didn't really change any parts on that, did we? This one was straight up working. It was just a rinse and taking the what's it called off, and we're from a $9,800 purchase price to 18, and we've got it listed at 23,499. That is incredible. So that will fund a couple more purchases for tomorrow. Looks like he left for the day. Did he finish this? It looks pretty dirty, but he did He finished the body work, so that's good. So we can get this thing in the... I'm wondering if we can hire 2 car wash employees or how that works, but we're gonna get this guy set up, hopefully get that one sold, and get a bunch in the backlog for tomorrow. Let me see. We want drivable, and we want the lowest price possible. It's look like $7,000 and less. Yeah, this is the area that we want to be in. We can't schedule a meeting? Why not? Oh, because we don't have the money for it. We need to sell this one first. Okay. So we're going to buy like 4 cars, and we could get... Oh, we got a taker, baby. 15. You got to do better than that, bro. 18,555, 15,644. Bro, I just... You aren't even in the ballpark. Get out of here, broke ass. That really puts a damper on my day, dude. That would have been so nice if we could have gotten a decent price for that, because we totally could. I wonder if we put it inside. I mean, customers have to walk farther to get to it, but I would imagine it's probably got a bit more curb appeal. So let's go ahead and throw this thing inside here, see if we can get this thing sold. I just wish that if that would have worked out, we would have been perfect. But I'm not going to take thousands off the table for him just because I'm a little desperate. Technically, right. Oh, we've got somebody, potential taker in here. It's a good thing we moved it in here for him. 17,628. Let's say 19,500, bro. How about that? 17,946. All right. How about 18,800? 18,100. How about 18,400? 18,221. I'll take it. Hopefully. Right. Sometimes I feel like I say no to people. That dude I called broke, he's coming back. Oh, he's angry. He probably wants to throw hands. Sometimes I feel like I'm like, no, I'm not going to take that. And then the next person, I forgot what they offered, and I take something less anyway. So, okay, now we've got a little bit of cash in our pocket. I'm going to go around. I'm going to buy some extra cars. We're just going to get cheap, whatever we can find that actually runs, so that we don't have to bring the trailer and stuff. Although bringing the trailer isn't a big deal. But like I said, I just want to try to get this as streamlined as possible. Quantity over quality, baby. That's the name of the game here at Uncle Scam. So let's see what we've got going on here. Got a couple of meetings scheduled, so we are not polished. Our body work isn't looking too bad. We are decently washed. It looks like a lot of this thing is honestly in really bad shape, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. Market value of $49.41. Let's see what we've got going on. Wow, you're coming in hot. I'm gonna say 3,200. 38.97, 34, 38.58, 36, 38.51. Okay, she's a tough cookie to crack, but we're gonna be okay. Let's get this thing back. Sometimes they dodge straight into where we're going. Okay, so I'm gonna say this one we will probably have in here ready to go for him as soon as he decides to show up at 8 a.m. And the thing is if you wanted to grind yourself and you wanted to not have an employee, we could use this time at the end of the day. We could sit out there all night grinding away like we used to, but like I said, it's about quantity, not quality. We're not gonna put our own elbow grease into it. We are a business. I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman, which doesn't really apply here. We're just trying to be a businessman. We're not trying to be involved. We're trying to run a dictatorship. How we doing, girl? Let's see what we got going on here. Gonna do a little scanny scan on your thing. 6,100, not polished. Honestly, not in the worst shape. She's got fresh fuses. Good job, girl. All right, 5,800. I'm gonna say like 44. How do you feel about that? 52.
Hold on.
All right, 5750. 5073, 5920, 5010 looks good. All right, we'll take it. Got a full tank of gas in this thing too. Okay, she takes good care of her stuff. So this is where we've honestly got a bit of a backup happening. So we have every bay filled. Now we're actually getting into that production line concept, like I said. So I bet he'll be pretty quick. We can kind of park this back here. We just have to make sure that every single one of these goes through here. And honestly, it would probably be smart. Oh, we're not going to be able to take 100 off of this, are we? I'm going to take a bunch of 10s, though. We should hit this anytime we can just to try to not have to worry about it later. Especially at night when nobody's watching. Really thought we were going to be able to get one more there. It's fine. Okay, here we go. Beautiful, dude. We took like 15 off of that one. My goodness. That is just, it's so good. Hold on. So let's see. Let me see what the scanner is on this. I don't want the flashlight. So this thing is currently worth 3,846. So let's roll this thing back. Walmart rollback. I'm going to do the 10s. Bro, how could it only let me get 110? Okay, that doesn't count then. Let me see. I thought for sure it'd let me get a second 10 there. This is going to be a 10,167. So let's roll this back. We're going to be able to get 2 there. We got 27,000 miles off of that thing, and then we could scan this again. Bro, that's the easy... Well, it didn't really go up that much. Never mind. I was going to say that's the easiest money in the game, but it actually didn't help much at all. And last but not least, when we've got a backup happening, I say that's when we come in and let's look for something that's not drivable, and let's try to find something that we have the most upside. I don't understand why this one is so much money. It really doesn't make any sense to me. 10,850. We're not going to be able to bid on that, so we're going to have to go. Let's go with this 8,400 here. Schedule a meeting, and that's where we're gonna have to take this car. But that way we could be the one in charge of physically changing parts and things. It's a little bit more involved. It'll get us a little XP, and then it gives us something to do while we're waiting for other people to finish their jobs washing and removing rust from the cars. Oh, sorry about that, ma'am. Yep, my bad. Coming in a little bit hot. Listen, it's not too presumptuous if we just back this thing up and throw her on the skids right away, is it? I wonder if it'll let us. I doubt it'll let us pick it up. I was gonna say like it's not your car or something. Let's see. Hold on. Let's put it like that. So she's if we buy this, we're gonna be good to go. Bro, I don't even care. We're gonna make. Wait. We need a parking brake? Hold on. Is there a parking brake? I don't think there's a parking brake. Okay. So she was rolling. I don't like that she was rolling there. I'm going to see if I can get it to stop. I want to see if we buy it, if it's just good to go. So let's hurry up before it's gone. Okay. 8,400. I'm going to say 6,800. How do we feel about that?
Stop.
7,000. 757 sounds good. Okay, it didn't work. I was hoping it was automatically going to apply it on there. But let's bring this thing back. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to hire some new people. It'll be great. We probably could have checked what was wrong with this thing. I was just kind of excited to have it. I mean, we are next to a body shop here, but I'm assuming that we're going to have everything we need. It's been pretty easy so far. Bring her around town, drop her off. Probably just leave this thing there. Why not? Let's go ahead and get her up on the lift. Let's see what's wrong with her. I'm really hoping we're going to have whatever part we're missing here. We're missing a battery. I don't know if we're going to have an extra battery. So we might have to buy that in the morning, but that's fine. I guess we could check really quick. So let's go in. If we try to add a battery. Oh, shoot. I forgot it goes through the hood. My bad. Okay. Let's get this thing back down. Assemble battery. We do have a battery in there. All right. Beautiful. So let's just go ahead and throw these guys on there like it was nothing. So she's already good to go. I mean, we bought this so we would have something to do tomorrow while we were waiting. So you know what? Instead, we're just going to be able to wait and chill. We're not going to be able to get more than that off on that one. We'll call that good. Woo! We almost messed that up. Okay. It's, let's hire before we go to bed. So let's see what we've got going on for employees. Bartek is still learning the ropes. Karen moves at a reasonable pace. I'm going to hire Karen here. I'm curious. Okay, so we can only have 2 employees right now. So we go to workstation. We're gonna put Johnny or Karen on the car wash, and Johnny is here. Okay, interesting. 13 bucks an hour. He's at 15 bucks an hour. I was hoping we were gonna be able to hire 2 car wash employees since we have 2 slots for it, but I guess just one's for us. So if we want to do a little bit extra, we can. But Karen and Johnny are gonna show up for work at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and we can start getting things popping. In fact, we might as well back this thing up. Get this around back. Assuming John is going to be a little bit faster than Karen. I'm not sure which one Karen's going to be working in. I think it's probably going to be, honestly, I don't know. We'll find out. But this is crazy, dude. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vehicles in the backlog just ready to go. And we can kind of start on one of these. I want to see where she's going first. I'm assuming it's this one because she's got the chair. There's a chair here too, so I'm not sure. We've never had 5 vehicles in the backlogs ready to go though, so we can kind of let them get started. And then obviously after the first one's done, we're going to have to start playing hot potato and passing cars around and doing whatever. But then while they're working, we could take cars that are finished, we could take them up, take the photos, get them on the computer, talk with customers, and then that way we just constantly kind of have a rotation of cars coming in and going out and, you know, increasing our profits. So let's also make sure we're always finishing this up. We haven't taken any parts off, so we have no new ones to put in there, but like we got to make sure we get batteries and stuff going forward. Otherwise, we're going to run out of parts. But as soon as it hits 8, we should be able to get these guys to work. I want to see them spawn in. There he is. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Yeah, I owe you, bro. I got you. All right. Let's go ahead and get to work on this. He's only going to take 29 seconds on that one. She spawns in over here. How you doing? Let's go ahead and get to work on this. She's going to take 1 minute and 22. So these are actually going to be pretty quick. I'm just gonna keep a line for her, dude. I don't feel like washing cars anymore. I feel like that's below my pay grade. You know what I mean? We're a businessman, not a worker. This one's already done. I cannot believe how quickly he did that. I guess this was in pretty good shape. So what we should do is keep this one close. This should be the next one she does. And then now we're essentially a vehicle jockey. So we could start moving these guys around and making sure everyone always has work at all times. Just EY. That one's going to take a little bit longer. She's almost going to be done here, and then we can kind of swap those out and do it again. This is so nice, dude. We truly are in like a manager role now. We could still roll our sleeves up and get a little dirty if we wanted to. Obviously, adding parts and things like that is going to be one of the biggest ones, but for right now, I don't even know if it would save us that much time because these guys are finishing these so quickly. So when this one's done, we're going to drive this out. This should be the next one that goes in for rust. Wait, is this one already done with rust? Because it looks really clean. This one's already good to go. Okay. So this one is done with rust as well. So what we could do is back this up in here. And then now as soon as she's done with this one, in 1 minute and 46 seconds, we're going to be able to put that back up on the lot. But this one's already good to go. So we take this over here. We put her out on the lot. We take our photos really quickly. Is this one in a spot? I thought it was. There we go. Okay. So we take our photos. We throw this thing up really quick. Let's just try to make what we can. And we know that we've already done the odometer rollback and whatever else. So we're looking good. There's a little bit more that we could do, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Those photos cover everything. Everything's all good to go. Let's say like 16,000. Screw it. Because we're going to have so many people in and out. We can start charging a little bit more because there's going to be more for people to choose from. We're not going to be hurting as bad because we're going to have a constant influx of stuff going out there. So if some takes a little bit longer to than others, then it's fine because we're still going to have enough money to be able to buy cars at the end of every day. So we'll move that over there. This guy, I don't know if we're going to need him over here, but we'll see. Throw that in there. It should reset. I shouldn't have to EY on this. This one's already good to go. Okay. We might have already had those done previously. Let me see on this. I kind of forget because we've bought so many cars at this point. We need to get like okay, this one's ready to go. So there should be no downtime for anyone here. Let's get this guy over in here. She's taking a really long time on that other one. Get that in there. This one is going to be dirty, but it's good to go. So let's get this out of the way. And then both of these are good. This one's ready to be sold. This one can go in here, and the one back there can go in here. And then once she's done with these two and he's done with the current one he's doing, everything is good to be put up in the lot. We're going to have 5 cars out there, which is something we have never had before. So things are looking good, baby. We've got a bit of an assembly line happening, but there are some more upgrades we're going to have to get to. So hope you guys are enjoying. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are growing as a dealership. We are actually filling inventory, which is something we haven't been able to do before. And I'm excited to see where our next upgrade brings us. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in our next episode. Peace out.